What do we got coming up next?
We're going to do Nekrocalli versus Gorgameth, and then probably THTB versus Iceman, I think.
They're bringing you another match from the second round of winners.
I imagine everybody's watching college football. Ohio's definitely a college football town. So.
Is that starting tonight or something?
I don't know. I'm just guessing, to be honest.
I don't know sports.
It's also Halloween. I feel like that's going to impact things.
Yeah.
Even if we're supposed to be quarantined, I feel like people are just doing their own thing.
Yeah, a lot of small gatherings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I handed out Halloween. Don't yell at me in the chat. Handed out candy this year.
How'd that work? Did you do anything different, or did you just not care?
Oh, I did everything different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like put the candy out on a plate with foil on the plate, and then occasionally would switch out the foil plate with some new candy. You know, try to mitigate as much risk as possible.
Right.
God, I can't imagine being like a kid in 2020.
Yeah, I agree. That's sort of why I gave out candy. I was like, man,
like, can you imagine being like an elementary schooler right now? You can't like go to the playground at school. You can't go trick or treating.
Some of those
Crazy
things
times.
are pretty high risk. Like going to the playground, that's a pretty high risk activity, even if the playground's outside, all those surfaces. But there's little things I think kids can do, you know, like hang out with one or two friends, like almost like a nuclear family sort of thing. It's just when people start going overboard that I think it gets to be a problem. Like going out, hanging out at recess with like 30 kids.
Alright, Nekrocalli did say that he's gonna need a moment to fix a couple of control issues, but apparently he's got that taken care of.
Does Gorgameth show up as one bar for everybody, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah. His connection hasn't always been super great. It's usually been passable enough, though, so we let it rock.
Word, Gorgameth, if you can hear me, make sure to pause the stream before your game just to get those extra little kilobytes.
I think, honestly, I think like the internet in Toledo as a whole is like way worse than the other parts of Ohio. That's what it seems. Right. I tend to have the worst connections with the players from Toledo. I mean, that's very anecdotal, but it is what I've noticed.
Ryan?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I like to make the joke that Florida, like they route all the internet down through Brazil before it comes back into America. Because anytime I'm playing anyone in Florida, it just seems like it's just bad for me.
Yeah. I've had the same experience.
And I can be playing that same person in Atlanta, right? Like they drive a couple hours to the north, and it's fine. So.
America's internet is messed up.
America.
We're a big country.
We are.
Can't all be Japan.
Yeah.
Let's just take America and shrink it down.
Just compress the entire country.
Zip it up. Done.
We need to build it vertically like Tokyo, where everybody lives on top of each other. And then, of course, no one's allowed to have a dog at that point, because there's no, like, ground above the first floor, so... But America, we love to have dogs.
I'm just imagining like the entire country just like stacked up on top of like the surface area of like Alaska.
Be the tallest country.
Oh man. Man, Alex's command grab gets me every time. Alex is so scary, like his normals are so scary compared to a lot of the other grapplers that I just always forget about the command grab. I'm trying not to get blown up like this Gill is right now.
You forget about the parries too. Oh.
I will say, in my opinion, Alex's parry is the most telegraph parry in the game. I feel like I always know that's coming. They love that thing.
Anytime Alex is in VT, I will, like, 90% of the time opt for a grab rather than a button. I don't care if they're gonna tech it, like, I'm just not dealing with it.
Right, exactly.
Parry, and then hit to the head. Oh no.
That's a stun.
Always
Kill here? No.
not get Oki off of his command grabs. His dash in after, he is minus. Always be watching out. It's hard to check, I realize, but...
That's another thing where, yes, he's not plus, but if he hits you with the, like a meaty right there, oof. You know, so...
I mean, you don't want to auto press on your wake up there, that's for sure, but you want to try to split your focus between... He's going to be able to do one of three options, either dash, meaty, or jump in. Probably not going to be a jump in, so you really just have to focus on a meaty or a dash in.
Stomp to the head, and then doesn't try anything, just chills out.
That's interesting.
Alright. Gorgameth is sitting on a full stick here. Oh, thrown to the corner. Wake up!
Oh.
That was a good block.
Well, that wasn't really a block. I fully suspect Nekrocalli went for a button there, but because this is the beautiful thing about dash in Oki situations where you're actually minus, if you are minus after the dash, even if you press a button sometimes, like the immediate wake up super kind of cancels out that buffer.
Right, yeah. Either way, Alex takes that, or Nekrocalli takes that first game. That was a pretty big brain play near the end there to take the couple parries and then just throw for the win.
I was fully expecting Nekrocalli to just try and like parry Gill super at the end.
That would have been sick.
That would
That would have been sick.
That would have been a high
Maybe
fight moment.
Game 2. Okay, punches that fireball. Ooh. And then jumps
Nice
into
pick
the
up on the
cryo
juggle.
fireball.
So,
Trying to get out of that corner.
I don't traditionally play zoners, but I feel like in this position, you don't want to commit too hard on your corner pressure because if at any point the situation becomes reversed, you're probably just going to lose, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
I almost feel like it's better to give the other player a bit more space and just use all the space you've gained on the stage to your advantage. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't play a ton of zoners, but I would be nervous trying to extend corner pressure as a zoner.
I think it depends on who you're fighting against. Like, against the Alex, personally, I would push. Against a character that can easily get out, or who can back throw a little better, I would probably give them some space and let them hang themselves.
Right.
Throw him again. Throw him again.
Kind of going in. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Gorgameth was listening to me and was like, yeah, I'm going in. I'm going to push this corner pressure. Did a great job that game. While we were chit-chatting away, Gorgameth must have been studying and figuring out this matchup.
We're talking about theory here, which is quite valuable, I think.
Round 1. Well, Game 3. Winner stays in the winner's bracket. That's probably not a good way to get out over the fireball. It's interesting, but
I feel like as a read, if you're a bit closer to grab him after he throws, that might be a better idea. But at the range Nekrocalli was at, it's probably better just to neutral jump, I think.
oh,
That was a good read on the command grab.
yeah, didn't get a lot out of it, but
Oh, but it's playing a little bit safe. Oh,
That's gonna be huge.
what was that?
That was actually really smart because in those situations, if you hit them and they blocked it, chances are the opponent's going to V reversal, which means you just wasted a bar meter and didn't get anywhere for it. So being able to space it so it whiffs right in front of their face while you think they're waiting for that V reversal is actually really good. I don't know if that was Nekrocalli's intent, but it was not the worst idea.
Gorgameth takes it with the wake up super. So it goes into the second round with not much meter, but Nekrocalli only has 1 bar. Oh!
Unfortunate whiff from
command grab.
here.
That was a good spaced out sweep. I don't think Gorgameth could have done anything about it.
Yeah.
You always want to be on the lookout for those spacing opportunities where you can where you're able to do your riskier options for far less risk, because generally the reward is better, so your average value for those actions goes up. So situations like that where you can let a sweep go for virtually no risk is awesome.
Gorgameth with the substantial
retribution
corner carry.
combo right there.
It's gonna hold that.
Oh no!
Oh,
dead?
so
He's
close.
almost dead.
Pixel. Dead.
Wait for the B skill? Madman.
The maddest of men.
Alright, well, Gorg takes that 2-1.
Nice looking Gill there.
Good hustle. Good hustle.